Greetings, metal community. It's Roger back with another video. This will be from the vault, another, I would say, thrashy edition. Yeah, it's thrash all the way, except from two bands that are borderlining thrash. As you know, I've been reorganizing my vinyl collection. Jeebus, what's going on with my English today? Therefore, the vinyl boxes behind me are showing today because I cleared out the vinyls today and needed to put out something to have in the background. This will probably be the last video I shoot from this location. Going back to my old location because I'm gonna tear down this room and build it up to be a music library. But nevertheless, an album that I knew I had but I couldn't find for several years because it was hidden. It's Realm and Society. This is their second album. The first album called... I don't remember. It's slightly better than this. This is more kind of experimental in a way, but it's still a great album. I didn't get this album when I bought it. I bought it just because of a review in a magazine. You know, thrash, technical thrash. Very happy to have this in my collection now because, you know, I do have the first album on a fucking Russian boot. I hate Russian boots. So this is kind of the Realm album that I'm listening to. The first album is slightly better, slightly less complicated in a way, but still very happy to have this on original vinyl. And kind of a gem in a way. I think it's pretty, you know, I think it's a copy that people do really want. Another of my favorite bands back in the days was a pretty well-known one, Metal Church. Yeah, not thrash, but you know, power thrash, whatever. This of course is like a what they call it, a yeah, sent out a promotion copy, of course, of the album. And yeah, you have the lyric sheet here and one-sided lyric sheet, pretty plain and simple. But you know, one of my favorites that I had, that is only the one of my favorite live albums, and I'm not a big fan of live albums, but when they play Start the Fire on that live album from '87, you know, that's the second song on this album. I mean, I love it. The first album is better than this, and the third album is better than this, but it's a killer album nevertheless. Bless in the Sky and Metal Church are better albums overall, but the three first Metal Church albums are killer stuff anyway. You know, I do have a couple of albums after that, but the three first albums, it's mandatory, I think. And then we are going back to, you know, good old days. One of my favorite bands back in the days was, of course, Creator. This is the originally Out of the Darkness into the Light EP. Look at that cover. And you know, I always take good care of my vinyl, and this is again, as Brandon would have said, minty fresh. Love this. I mean, the songs here are Lambs to the Slaughter. Excellent stuff. I mean, Creator is one of my, yeah, top 5 thrash metal bands ever. It's a harsh statement, but it is. Of course, you know, when this came out, This is the original, extreme aggression, noise. This is just fucking excellent. I mean, if you don't like this, if you're into thrash and don't like this, I really don't understand where you come from. This is another mandatory thrash metal release. I think everybody loves it. They should, because it's quality, neck to neck. That was my second purchase, and then I got into a reissue of, Endless Pain. This was, I think, reissued in '89 or something. They included the Flag of Hate EP. Yeah. I mean, it's pure class, thrash metal classic. Very happy to have it. As you know, of course, I should have the original Endless Pain, but this is the second best. Then we're going over to the most known thrash metal. They are not thrash metal anymore. They are shit, but who cares? You can't take away the legacy of Metallica. Creeping That, this was the first purchase that I did of Metallica. I knew, of course, of Ride the Lightning, and Creeping Death was, back in the days, one of my favorite songs. By the way, cheers. Killer stuff. And then, of course, their Magnus Opus, Master Puppets. I absolutely love this album. It's so great. It's their last really great album. Yeah, I know. And Just for All is good, but it's produced like shit. So, I mean, Lars Ulrich managed to fuck up and Justice for All, but still a great album. But this is the last truly great Metallica album that's out there. Then another favorite, one of my two favorite all-time bands. I have two. It's Testament, because Testament never disappoint. They release, and they have been continuously releasing albums, but I don't have the old vinyl on it, so I can't show it. But the second favorite album is, or band, is Overkill. Taking Over. This is my first encounter with Overkill, and I love this album. I think it's great. This is a reissue. I have the original CD. As I do with Testament, I have a lot of original CDs, but I don't have the vinyl editions. But I mean, killer stuff. I love this album. Not a weak song. Blitz's voice are unique. It's a standout band in a way. And then, of course, you had the Years of Decay. This is the original vinyl on Metal Force. Another great album by Overkill. I love this, and they had this epic song in the end. In the end, Years of Decay, great stuff. I mean, I love Overkill. The two last Overkill albums are excellent. So they've kind of, apart from a couple of mediocre albums in the middle, done great stuff all through. And if you don't like Overkill, then I really mean it. Fuck you. Great EP. I mean, it's live stuff, and but who cares? I saw these guys live in, I don't remember when, in at Inferno Festival in Oslo. Not many audience, but Mr. Blitz, he needed a stage dive, and we did catch him, but it was barely enough people to hold him up. So, but fun story. Then we're going to Germany and to a band that are releasing a new album. We're going to get back at that, but I showed this before. Paradox, product of imagination. This is the most thrashiest album they have, the hardest album. But also the third album after the reuniting or restarting of the band. I don't remember what it's called, which is pretty heavy as well. This is the most thrashiest stuff they have done. Great album, but yeah. Original stuff again, Paradox, Heresy. Heresy 2, as I said, is coming out in these days. It sounds pretty good, but will they top this? Probably not. Just a great kind of a, I would say, power thrash album because of the vocals. But excellent album. Very looking forward to the new one, because it kind of, after the third album, after the reunited of the band, they kind of stalemated in a way. The Pangea record that came out, I would say 5 years ago or something, it was good, but it was nothing like this. Yeah, it will be interesting to see how the new Paradox turns out to be. Another original album that I have, and this is a band that I really don't understand why I don't have more stuff from this band from back in the days, because this is killer thrash, and but now I have all the stuff have been reissued through High Roller Records, so this is the only original copy I have. Violent Restitution by Razor on Steamhammer Records. A absolute killer thrash metal album, but I think back in the days this was so wild in a way, especially the vocals. He is churning and screaming. I mean, kind of Nasty Savage was the only band that kind of was in the same vein of wildness as Razor, but killer album, and do check Razor out, because I mean most of the stuff are pretty killer. Then I'm going back to the good old, or the beginning of my thrash metal. One of the bands that was very important for me was Nuclear Assault, The Plague. This was my first Nuclear Assault on vinyl. I did also get the Fight to Be Free, and yeah, I showed that in a tape collection video earlier on, and absolutely great. I love this Game Over cool intro. Buttfuck is one of the, they were known for these short blasting songs. Nuclear Assault, love them. Unique band, a unique vocalist in Mr. Connolly. And of course, I have to show this. Handle with care, and I have handled it with care. As you can see, this is original stuff. Been very protected of this vinyl. I played this vinyl a lot, and I need to clean it up, and because I kind of worn it out in a way, if you can say that about vinyl, but maybe it's just dirt, but love it. Absolutely must have in anyone's thrash collection. And we have Out of Order, the kind of downfall of nuclear assaults. I mean, this album is in tempo, slower. It's not bad, but it's just it doesn't have the same energy. I don't know why they try to slow down or start to compose other different songs. I do also have that Something's Wicked album. I like that song, Something's Wicked. That album has been talked a lot of shit about, but it's pretty good actually. Then I'm going to show you my absolute favorite album. Also, I don't care what you say. Doesn't don't care about style, whatever. This is my absolute favorite album. This is an originally press, and that's Sanctuary, Refugee Denied, Hypersticker, produced by Dave Mustaine. As said, original. I played this so many times. It doesn't show on the cover. I'm very happy that it don't show on the cover. But you know, this has got hundreds and hundreds of spins, and I just love this album. I didn't like high-pitched vocals until I heard Sanctuary. I was not into Judas Priest so much. I mean, I liked Judas Priest, but I wasn't liking the vocals. I did not like King Diamond. But when this came out in 88, I think I got it in 88. It was released in 87, but I think it's 88. But nevertheless, I love this album. This is my personal. This is the only album that I really want to take to my grave. I love this. It opened my eyes to a lot of kind of high-pitched vocal metal, as Judas Priest, as King Diamond, and stuff like that. I was very picky on vocal styles, but the first time I heard this, Battle Angels, when it came on, I listened to it in the shop that I bought it. I hated it. I mean, I loved the riff, but then the vocals came on, and I just, this is terrible. I listened to the whole A-side and didn't buy it. Went home, I think this was a Friday, went home, and I thought about it the whole weekend. And Monday after school, I just went straight down to the shop. I was terrified that it was sold, but it wasn't, luckily for me. I bought it, and this is my most treasured vinyl in my whole collection. I love the band. I love the album. A couple of years later, Into the Mirror, also original vinyl. Excellent album as well, but not even close, because the band changed a little bit of style. Still great vocals and still great songwriting, but overall it doesn't match up to the Refugee Denied for me. But Future Tense, Taste Revenge, Epitaph is a killer song, and overall this album is pretty damn good. A lot of people don't like it because it's so different from the first album, but it's still a great album. And then not many years ago, I was very happy that they had found the original tapes for the demos for the Refugee Denied. This is released as Inception, kind of a heavy booklet and a poster. I'm not gonna pull it out, but this release is, I mean, if you love Refugee Denied, you have to have this. A lot of the same songs, but there's two songs here that I don't, especially the Dream of Incubus, which is the opening track here. Why that wasn't on the first album, I don't know. maybe he didn't manage to pull out the fifth octane on his vocals, because he goes very high on you know, Dreams of the Incubus. And Dreams of the Incubus is kind of one of the best songs Sanctuary have made. The rest of the songs, I Am Insane has also been reissued on various you know, reissues of the band, but I understand why that didn't get on to the Refugee Denied. But it kind of would have fitted into the Mirror album, but don't care. Rest of the stuff is on the Refugee Denied album, but it's different versions, it's different vocal patterns, it's different tempos. So if you feel that you don't need it because you have Refugee Denied, think again, because this is a great demo. And I think they found it in the attic in a barn of one of the members, you know, soaked in water, but they managed to rescue the stuff, and I'm very happy about it, and a great cover as well. And you know, I think it was last year, we had a reissue of Into the Mirror Black, 3-disc reissue, but in a gatefold. I like it when they put triple vinyls in, you know, 2-in-1 and 1-in-1. Don't have that 3-time fold out shit. What you get here, you get Into the Mirror Black album. You get some kind of rehearsal songs, and then you have live tracks from back in the days, and they sound fucking amazing. I mean, side 5 and 6 live tracks from back in the days, and the sound of that is amazing. Sounds totally great, and that's what mainly reason why I bought it, was to get them on vinyl. I have a couple of them on a splits that I did back in the days, with released before, but I have that on CD. But if you want to buy Into the Mirror Black, do buy this triple disc version, because it's worth it. Yeah. And the video was too long again, sorry for that, but when I'm starting talking about Sanctuary, I will never end. Hope you enjoyed this video as well. And if not, let me know. Or if you liked it, let me know. Just comment, positive, negative, I'm all for it. Let's discuss something. And thanks for everybody for watching my shit, and be sure.